Hello and welcome to my first ever weaning series on YouTube. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Sophie and I am a mother to 6-month-old Casper, and I film lots of motherhood, lifestyle and just sort of like vlogging and hauls and things like that. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button and please give this video a thumbs up. So we are starting on a weaning journey with Casper. He has been weaning for a week now, but it's not been going that well, and I just thought that I would document the rest of our journey. So this is going to be a weekly thing. This is my first weaning vlog, and then from then on we will have a weaning vlog weekly after that. So just before I start the actual like weaning bit of the video, I obviously thought I would just come on and do an introduction and then just show you some of the things that we've got for weaning. So like I said, Casper at the beginning of this video was just before 6 months old. So we started off with purees and he just doesn't really take to them very well at all, as you will see in the video. So it's obviously a little bit like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Disheartening. It's just a little bit disheartening because you just think, why does he not want to eat this pureed food when I see so many babies, you know, eating? But for whatever reason, he just does not. So it's just taking you on our journey of trying him with different textures, different tastes, different foods, and just learning that not all babies take to it perfectly well, like some of them that you may see on Instagram. So before we jump into the actual weaning, I'm just going to show you some of the stuff that we have for Casper. So I've got loads of these little pots from Sainsbury's, and they literally are to just fill with food and then we can pop in the fridge or freezer, so just like little portions. So they're just really easy and convenient, and I got these ones from Sainsbury's, but I know that places like Amazon and eBay do them as well. We then have one of the netted like food sort of lollipops, so you can pop either like mushed banana, strawberries, blueberries, whatever you fancy in the little net, and then obviously they can suck on it. When we first started giving Casper food, like a week before this vlog, we gave him banana in this and it just did not go down very well at all, I'm not gonna lie. We then have a little suction bowl. So this is by a company called Milk, and they kindly sent me this on Instagram. So this was a gifted item. So it's a really nice quality little suction bowl, and it's just a great little size for things like porridge and purees and things that Casper doesn't like, basically. It then came with some little fork and spoons, and this is the little spoon, and then also a little rubber bib. So this is the bib that I actually use a lot, and it just catches all the food that he tends to drop, and it fits really well around his neck. So this is actually one of my favourite bibs. So that is just a little set. We then have one of the bamboo plates. So we've just got a little bunny one. My friend bought me this for my baby shower before we knew the sex, and anyway, bunnies are cute. Casper loves bunnies. But yeah, we've only got one of these at the minute, just because I don't actually see the point in having more than one, because he's only having one meal a day and that meal isn't really a meal. So we only have one bamboo plate and then one suction bowl, and then we just have a few spoons. Again, I've got these long spoons from Sainsbury's. So these are the 4-month+ spoons. They're made of rubber and they're just really flimsy and floppy. But again, he doesn't really like spoons, so it's a bit pointless me even showing you these. And then I just do have another few bibs, but just normal like cotton bibs, and that are just a bit larger than a normal bib. So what I need to also do is go and grab some of the really long sleeved bibs that cover the whole body and all the sleeves. And just right now, obviously I'm not desperate for them because he's not eating very well, but I think they will come in handy in a few weeks when hopefully he comes to terms with more actual eating. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my introduction, and I'm just going to head straight into the weaning side of this video now. Right, so it's Monday, and please just ignore the state of me because I look like I am homeless. I need to wash my hair. I've not washed my hair for probably a week actually, and I'm not lying. So I'm starting with Casper's breakfast this morning. So as you've seen from the introduction, we've been weaning Casper for about a week now, and he hasn't really liked many things that we've given him. So I gave him some of the puffs, like carrot puff sticks that you can get, just to see whether it was more of the pureed things that he didn't like, or if he was just not ready to feed. And when I give him them, he literally demolishes it. He eats it, he sucks it, he cries for more. So I know that it's not that he's not ready for feeding, I just think he isn't really a fan of like pureed food. And I think I also feed him at the wrong time. I find it really hard to get his timings right, because they say not to feed them when they're too hungry, not to feed them when they're too tired, but then obviously their wake windows are only like 1.5 to 2 hours, so when are you meant to feed them in that time? Because usually they've had a bottle as well, and I don't know, it's just a bit of a minefield, to be honest. Like, before I started weaning, I did not think of all these things. So this morning I am making him some porridge, and I'm going to add some mango to it. So we've had some of the mango puree from Elle's kitchen, and so I know that he's had mango before and he's had porridge before, so I thought I'm going to add the mango to the porridge and just see if he likes that, because, well, I might as well. It is 7:30 and he last fed at just before 6 o'clock, so he shouldn't be too hungry, because that was his first night feed. He usually has a feed around like between 1:30 and 3:30, but his first feed was just at like 20 to 6 because he slept in my bed, and he tends to sleep all night when he sleeps in my bed. But yeah, we won't go there. So I'm gonna make him some breast milk porridge. So I've got some breast milk in here, and I'm going to pop some oats in the pan, and then I will add this to the porridge when I pop it in the bowl. You're showing off. You're meant to be eating, not showing off. You want to touch it, don't you? Go on then. Do what you want with it. Just don't throw it around my room, please, hon. What's this? He is absolutely just not interested. Ah. Ah. So I think we've gathered that he just doesn't really like food, do you? No. Or should I say he doesn't like purees? That's better on its own, isn't it? That's better on its own. Right, so that is our morning feed done. He's had about 2 mouthfuls, and I'm not going to force him to eat anymore, because it's not fair. So yeah, that was a good waste of porridge, wasn't it? It's a good waste of porridge. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to quickly wipe him up, and then I'm going to give him one of the puffs and just because we've got some strawberry and banana ones. So obviously they're a bit more breakfasty than carrots. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Okay, so it's now Tuesday, and as you can see from yesterday's footage, I didn't actually do any talking after it, but Casper did not like what I gave him. So we are struggling a little bit, and I know that it's not because he's not ready to eat. He's not thrusting things out of his mouth. I just generally think he isn't liking the texture, or he doesn't like to be spoon fed, or he just doesn't like anything that I've given him yet. But when I give him finger food, he loves it. But I'm just not ready to give him like full on like omelette fingers or toast fingers or anything like that. So we are now going to try one of the Ella's Kitchen pouches, which is squash, sweet potatoes and parsnips. So he's had sweet potato before, and it was probably the most of anything that he's eaten. Yeah, he's not had squash or parsnips, but I can't see him being allergic to either of those things, and if he is, then we know it's either squash or parsnips because he's had sweet potato before. So I bought a few of the pouches just because I thought they make the purees and the textures like how they're meant to be, and I don't know if I'm making mine too watery or too lumpy. So I just like buying the pouches because it kind of gives me a feel of like what they should be like. So we're going to try, see what happens. I mean, I just don't know. I've given him a spoon to play with, and I don't know if that might make a bit of a difference. And I'm just going to try and not sort of force feed him or anything like that. Not that I ever did force feed him. It's also a different time, so he's just woken up from his first nap, and we've never fed him at this time before. So I'm just sort of seeing if maybe because he's just woken up and he's not due some more milk for like another half an hour to an hour yet, if it's like a better time. So we'll just see how we go. Yep, so he doesn't like that either. Is that not nice? Don't look at me like that, hun. Can't be that bad. Surely. Ooh, what's that in the corner, Mum? What is it? No, you can't eat those. I wonder if I give it to him on my finger, if he'll eat it off my finger. Oh, nice. I mean, to be fair, it smells awful. It doesn't smell nice, does it? Is this another fail? Is this another fail? Yeah. Are we failing again? Because you just don't like sloppy, slimy stuff, do you? Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and get one of the puffs and give that to him, just so we're not like fully giving up on the meal. He can still have like a little bit of food and just still get used to sort of putting things in his mouth and eating and tasting. He's tired. Right, so I'm going to give him one of the carrot melty puffs, carrot and parsnip melty puffs. What's this then? So yeah, I'm just going to keep going with trying different foods every day, because I definitely don't think it's that he's not ready, because he's not pushing food out of his mouth. It's just like he doesn't like the texture or the taste of any, like, of the pureed stuff that I've given him. He didn't mind sweet potato on its own, and he didn't mind pear, but he hated mango. He obviously didn't really like this. And he hates porridge. I've tried porridge with mango, I've tried porridge with raspberry, and I've tried porridge with banana, and he hates all of it. I just think it's the lumpiness. And yeah, he's not a fan at all, but I mean, look at him on that. He just loves it. Can't get enough, can you? No, you can't. You can't get enough. So it kind of feels like it's a bit, like I feel like a bit of a failure that he doesn't want to eat. But then I know a lot of babies apparently are like this, where they just don't want pureed food and they kind of want to feed themselves. They don't want to be fed with a spoon. So I'm just hoping that when he's 6 months, a week yesterday, so I will introduce more finger foods, which is daunting, but if it's the only way he's going to eat, then obviously I'm going to have to do it anyway. So I will introduce more finger foods, like vegetables that he can just sort of hold, and just see how he goes with that. So yeah, we'll just have to see. But I kind of feel like I'm doing something wrong at the fact that he doesn't want to eat, and I see all these people's babies like opening their mouth wide for a spoon to go in, and he's just like, that's a big lump, isn't it? But yeah, it's just made me realise that weaning's not actually as fun as what people make out. Like, not for everybody anyway, because for me, I'm just like, I feel like I'm force feeding him, but then obviously I'm not going to do that because it's not fair. I obviously created this series for people to just follow, like a bit of a journey, and just so they know what to expect. Like, when I first started weaning him over a week ago now, and he wasn't taking anything on the spoon, I was like, oh my god, what am I doing wrong? Why are all these other babies eating? And I just thought, do you know what, if I do a series and people are watching and then their babies won't really eat from a spoon or eat purees, then they know that they're not the only ones, and it's all just like a learning game, a learning curve. They do say that babies need to try something around, I think it's over 10 times to maybe like it. So, no, we're not eating water wipes, hun. No. He says, but why, Mum? They taste great. There you go then. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know what I'll try with him tomorrow. I'll probably just try this again, because obviously I've got the pouch now. I'm not wasting it. So I'm going to pop this in the fridge, and then I'll just try him with it again tomorrow and just see if it's any different. So it's now Wednesday, and we are trying Casper at a different time of day with food. So it's currently 20 to 11, and he woke up from his nap an hour ago, and then he fed at 10 o'clock. So he's not tired and he's not overly hungry. So I'm hoping that it just makes a little bit of a difference. So all I've got is the same as yesterday. So just the sweet potato and parsnip and swede puree from Ella's Kitchen. So I'm just going to go in and just see if he takes it or not. And if not, I think I've just decided that he just does not like pureed food, and I'm just going to stick to finger food. So I'll be giving him some of the melty puffs, and then tomorrow I think what I'll do is I'll cook up some veggies and give him like carrot sticks and some sweet potato sticks as well, because he's had both of those now, and I know that he's not got an allergy to either of them. So we'll just see how he responds. Absolutely not interested. I really need to stop giving him the spoon when it's got food on it, because he's now on me and on the dining chair. Yeah, and it's now on the floor. Gas for tea. He says, ooh, get that out of my mouth now. Right, let's go for a melty puff then. Because this is just a waste of purees because he just will not eat them. So I've decided that I am just going to probably give up with purees now. I might try him with some more fruity ones because he didn't mind those, but just anything like vegged or lumpy, he just absolutely hates it. But as you can see, he is enjoying eating finger foods. So tomorrow I think I will give him actual veg like what I said earlier. So there's just no point force feeding him purees. It's just absolutely pointless. He's going to become scared of the spoon, or he's just going to have like a fear when I sit him in the high chair and try and like shove it into his mouth. So I'm just not even going to worry about it. You know, I see so many babies like opening the mouth. I was saying yesterday, I think, opening the mouth for the spoon to just keep going in, but he's just not entertaining it. He's just not interested. So there's just no point me even stressing about it, because if he wasn't eating finger foods, then I'd be a bit like, he's either not ready, or I probably would be a bit worried, because I'd be like, why is he not ready? He's 6 months old. But I just think that he just does not want to eat pureed food, which I can't blame him. I mean, I don't really want to eat this. It looks awful, but it is for a baby, so I do get why he should probably want to eat it. But I do know quite a lot of babies that were the same. So we are going to do the supermarket shop soon, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up more sort of other finger foods. You can get like these wafer things as well, so I'm going to pick some stuff up like that as well, and just get him used to more textures and just like putting food into his mouth. So I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow. So it is now Thursday and we are on about 5:15. So I am giving Casper his first bit of food today. So you'll have seen that we're not in a routine with this at all, but because he doesn't really like purees, I've just noticed that there's tomato sauce all over the wall. And guess who cooked tea last night? It wasn't me. So that is my husband, who has splattered tomato sauce all over the freshly painted wall. Is it Daddy? Yeah. So I'm about to make some avocado fingers, and then I'm just going to give him some of the melty puffs as well. And I might just see if we've got anything else soft in the fridge. I don't have time to cook any sort of carrot batons or anything like that, because he will just get too impatient, and we're starting our bedtime routine in like 45 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make some avocado fingers and then just give him the melty puffs, and we'll just see how we get on with that finger food. So it's a little bit daunting, but I just need to go for it. So I've also decided to just try some of the banana and apple Ella's Kitchen pouch, just because he has preferred fruit purees to like the veggie ones. So while he's enjoying that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and feed him the avocado, and if he's not having any of it, then I'm going to give him a little bit of this. Is that nice? Yeah! Yeah! You like that, don't you? Is that nice? Yeah. Oh yeah, just throw it on the floor. So as you can see, he actually does quite like the avocado. Like when it's gone in his mouth, he's not gipped or anything like he has done before with foods. I definitely think that he prefers the solid kind of food because he just doesn't seem to gip. Like when I put a puree in his mouth, he literally gips like I fed him poo. But like even the avocado, even though it's really slippy so it's hard for him to hold it, he's still sort of pushing it into his mouth and he's not gipping when it goes in his mouth, which is obviously a good sign. I actually don't think it's right. I think it's too ripe or not ripe enough. It's quite hard still, so I don't think he can mush it up that well. But like he just got really excited then when I passed it him back. So I definitely think finger foods are the way forward for us, and it's just about exploring and just sort of picking up the different textures and having the different tastes. Even if he isn't fully eating anything, I just think it's the whole getting used to the foods. So I think I'm just going to bore purees off now. He would not even touch the sides of this. I mean, apple and bananas, it sounds quite nice, but he just would not entertain it, and it's just, I'm just wasting these pouches now. So I might just either give them away or save them for when he is eating more actual solids, and we can do things like dipping this in, I don't know, dip something in this, or I could add this to like oaty fingers. I know you can make things like that, so I could mix like this into the oats and then cook them. So I'm not sure. I'll probably just keep them to one side, but I'm not opening them anymore. Like this has been opened now, so it's going to need to be put in the fridge. I'll try it again tomorrow, but I'm not opening it anymore now. It's just a waste of time and a waste of money and a waste of effort, isn't it? Effort just opening it, cleaning up the bowls. Like obviously I need to clean this up now. Need to clean his spoon that he's managed to whack on the floor. But he is very, very, very excited when I put this in his face. And it still goes straight in the mouth even though he knows what it is. Yeah, funny. Although he is a little bit tired, I think. Right, one last go and then we're getting ready for bed, say hun. Yeah, straight in the mouth. Chewing on that avocado. Yeah. Yeah, on the floor. And that is the end of that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you guys tomorrow. So it's Friday and I am about to make Casper his food. So I don't actually really look forward to this part of the day like I thought that I would. And everyone was like, oh, it's so much fun weaning. And let me tell you, we don't have that much fun in this house. But I've been to the supermarket, not even the supermarket, I literally walked to the local shop today to buy some bread because we don't have bread in the house, we just have bagels and crumpets. So I bought some Warburton's toasty bread, which is thick sliced white bread, and I'm going to make Casper some avocado toast fingers. So what I'm going to do is just literally toast one piece of toast, one piece of bread, and then mash the avocado on top of it and just see how he takes to it, if he puts it in his mouth, whether he likes the taste, if he takes a chunk of it. And like I say, I'm definitely going more down the baby-led weaning route now, because he just will not succumb to pureed food or having a spoon put in his mouth. This is the route that we have to go down. And to be fair, I even spoke to his paediatrician on the phone on Wednesday, and she said to me, have you tried baby-led weaning? And I said no, but I'm going to when he hits 6 months. And she just said if he's like developmentally ready, then she said I would just try now, he'll be absolutely fine. So, and she even said like it's, especially for sickness, like baby-led weaning is better than pureed. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to brave it, bite the bullet and do it. Someone said to me yesterday that the more food you give them, the more confident you are in sort of letting them have more solid foods, and also they are apparently just as likely to choke on purees as they are on solid food. And you just obviously have to keep watching them, so you know, make sure that they're not taking like massive chunks off. So he's just playing on his play mat, and I'm just going to prep the toast. So I can't remember whether I showed you this little trick last night, but apparently if you put avocado in water, it helps to keep it green. So last night these were the sliced bits of avocado that Casper didn't have, so I popped them in water and popped them into the fridge, and they've literally just stayed fresh and green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out, put them onto the chopping board, and then I'm just going to mush them up with a fork. So I just burnt the toast, so I'm having my own smashed avocado on toast, and I've put a new piece in for Casper. I never ever eat toast and it tastes so nice. The other slice was actually for me anyway. And I'm just going to put butter on it because I never eat butter on toast. So I'm just waiting for Casper's toast to pop out. Hopefully it won't burn again while I'm just being on YouTube. But it's nearly ready. The avocado is mashed. And I'm going to pop it onto the toast. In fact, I'm so stupid. I need to cut the edges off. Right. Mash the avocado on. So here we have toast fingers, and we've got Casper ready to go. So someone told me that as well, that if you just put one piece in front of them at once, they're less likely to choke on it, because then they're not going to try and grab the other ones as well. And I'm also going to try and give him some water today, see how he takes to that as well. He's just going to fling it around. Casper tea. Kiss. I mean, as you can see, it's going really well, isn't it, Casper tea? Yeah. Pouring that water in your bib. Pour it onto the high chair. But the main thing is he doesn't gip on the food. Even if he isn't eating it, he's just tasting it, and I'm more than happy with that, because that is the main aim of weaning a baby. As I've said earlier in the vlog, it's not about actually getting a child to eat a full meal, it's just getting them used to the tastes and textures, and it's all, food is fun before the age of 1 year old, so there's no pressure for them to eat like a full meal. But as long as he's not gipping on it, because everything else I've put in his mouth he gips on it. So should we just try one more, one that's not really soggy? going back for more, are we?